The SAT has been asking a lot of questions in this style recently, this kind of like weird line that has two intercepts, and we have to kind of think about what might be happening with two items, okay? But like any weird story on the SAT, if we're having trouble understanding it, the best thing we can do is focus on the zeros, the starting points, because that's where things are most understandable. So in this case, we have two, right? We have the 60 up here and the 150 down here. Now let's look at the question, what do they actually care about? According to the model, what was the cost of one small cake? So we care about the small cake, so I think we're probably going to care about this 150. So what does that mean? Well, the 150 is the number of small cakes that were purchased. And because the number of large cakes at that point is 0, our equation is really, really simple. They spent $900 on 150 small cakes. So we can just do some division to figure out how much each small cake is worth. It doesn't matter that there's large cakes because in this particular condition, there were no large cakes, right? They didn't sell any because we're at the intercept. If we picked any other point along this thing, we'd have to do some sort of equation to balance the number of small cakes and large cakes. We don't want to do that. This is much simpler. Now, we don't have a calculator, so we're going to have to reduce this fraction kind of the old-fashioned way, but get rid of your zeros. Then you can probably start dividing by things like, I don't know, 5, whatever you see. So if you wanted to do 90 and just break it up into anything random, you could probably do 30 and 3, and then 30, hopefully you know, is 15 and 2, and now that 15 can cross out, and we're left with a 2 and a 3 on the top. 2 times 3 is 6, and that is my answer. So these are weird, but like most weird situations, like I said, go to 0. 0 is such a powerful number. It's going to make a lot of complexity disappear. It might not solve every question, but it's a good starting point to just try to understand better what's going on, and then you can adapt to whatever other complexity you need to.